Hi, this is Terry from Sweet Pea Papers, and I'd like to welcome you to the Silver membership area at the Ko-Fi shop. Now, this set of tutorials is only going to be for you guys. No one else will be able to see them. And make sure that you don't share the PDF with the links in it, please. And I thought I would do this little extra part. Normally, you know, I kind of let you look at the kit a little bit. And but I'm going to talk to you a little bit more about how I decide how I print on the back, and yeah, and a little bit about that as I show you the kit too. So this kit is called Recipe Journal, and it's by Victoria Design. They have the big kits, and then I want to do the big tutorials for you, and so that's the way that goes. You can use other kits. You can use any kit you want, of course, and so don't worry about me using a Victoria Design kit. I know a lot of people have trouble with that, but I love them, and I usually get one a month, and I've been doing it for several years, so I have quite a few of the kits. So, you know, you may not have a back stock of them from when they were cheaper, but I do, and this is not a new kit, I do not believe. So anyway, on we go. So this is the, let me do this. This is the set of journal pages, and now I haven't printed on the back of these, but I did print obviously I printed them out, and Victoria Design journals, the regular journal pages. Now you can print them out borderless, where the print goes all the way to the border and you don't have to trim it, but you'll lose a little bit of your image all the way around because it brings the image forward to fill in the page, and you'll lose part of it. So I don't do that. I go ahead and let it print the white border around the front. So here's some of the images. I love this. And one of the things that got me on this is a friend of mine and I love to go get, oh my gosh, I can't believe that I don't remember the names of the cookies. They're expensive, and macarons, not macaroons, the coconut, no, macarons. 1-0. And there's some in this kit. In fact, there's some right there. They are so good. My friend Claudine took me to this macaron shop, and they're French cookies, and they're 2 layers of some sort of a light wafer with a meringue in the middle that's some kind of whatever flavor that, you know, they have chocolate mint, they have just all kinds of them, and the tops of the cookies are dunked as well, or coated with, anyway, they're so amazingly good. They're so light and they just melt in your mouth, and they are so very good. Anyway, this one's mainly for recipes, but I found a couple pictures of those cookies in here, and I was like, hey, I gotta use that. See, there's some right there. You see those right there? The blue one and the tan one and this one. They come in all different flavors, and this little shop that we go to, that's all they make, and they're a pop-up. So sometimes they're there, sometimes they're not. It just depends on what their catering does that week. They do the same flavors as what they bought all the ingredients for to do the catering, and that's it. So it changes every week. You have to go to their Facebook page. It's really fun. It's like a hunt. And you go to their Facebook page and see what they're going to have. There's some more. Macarons. Ah. And so, yeah, you have to go there and to the Facebook page, and then look and see what they're going to have on Saturday, or if they're even going to be there. There's a little shop in Bothell, Washington. If you ever come through the Seattle area, we're way north, actually, like 15 miles, but if you ever come out Bothell way. Anyway, so we go there. Now, the cookies are $3.50 a cookie. There are specialty ones that they make look like little Asian characters, you know, like Pokemon and whatever, and those are more. So these are the pages. There's 24. And as you can see, I haven't printed on the back. Okay. So now how I decide what I'm going to print on the back is I get the, wait a minute, where are they? The backing pages. These are the fronts of the backing pages. The backs of these and the ephemera, if I need to print on the back, if it's got cards, you know what I need to print on the back, are all printed borderless because they're not these images. They're just the backing patterns, and it doesn't matter if you print it borderless. So on these, I'll take the neutrals. This is, I considered this a neutral that you could write on. I considered this a neutral. This one is a neutral. I think there's one more. Oh, there's one that looks like wood. There it is. And I considered that one a neutral. So what I do is it's like playing cards. I lay them out on the countertop. My work area is a big table. So I lay them out on the tabletop like so. When I did these are already printed on the back. And then I took the images, or the papers, and I decided this one would look good, right, with the fleur-de-lis one, because it has that in the image. So that's what I printed on it. But to keep track of how many of which, yeah, you can still see it. I put it underneath it, and it's like dealing cards. So this one's going to look good with the blue pinstripe. This has got the brown pinstripe, so I think it would look good with the blue pinstripe. So I put that there. Do you understand what I'm doing? Okay, and then this one and this one look good with the wood. This one has wood, the wood background, and so forth. So then when I go to print, I say, okay, I need 1, 2, 3 with this background, or with this on the back. So I print those 3, then I figure out what would look the best on the back of this one, and I put it in that pile. You got it? Then I take however many I have in this stack, because like I had a whole bunch in that tan stack. And then I counted how many I needed. I printed them out. Then I moved the tan to either another stack, or I picked one of the ones, you know, because there's a lot. I try to avoid having 2 that are the same on the front and the back. I made a mistake this time and I made a double. So, but anyway, so then that's how I do that. It's kind of fun. It's like a game. So then I take these same neutrals. Guess I shouldn't have put them back on the stack. So I take the same neutrals. Okay. And then I look at the colors in the pages, because I'm going to print the backs of all of these, even though, as you know, we usually glue them down. But if I want to use it as a card, once I've already cut it apart, it's too late. It's too late to print it. It will make a big border around the back, at least on my printer. I have an Epson Eco Tank 6730, 6750, 6370, something like that. 6 something something, 3 and a 0 in there, 0. Not only that, it prints a double border on this side and a single border on this side. No, double border on this side, single border on that side on the one on the pages, just on the bottom and the top, and I don't know why. Anyway, so I take these. Now look here. See, this has the stripes in it. Now I don't have a red pinstripe, but I do have the blue. So I'll put it in the stack. I do the exact same thing. Since these are not directional, any of these, I can just do it. Sometimes the backing pages have a little bit of writing on them and they're directional, and then by that, if that's the case, then I've already messed this up. The reason I would have already have messed this up is because my printer, when I put them back in, if it was directional, I would have needed to know which way they came out. So when you're looking at them, usually this is the front corner that comes out. So I want to make sure to put them back in that way. You just need to know these things about your particular printer. But see, now this will look good with the blue pinstripe background. So I would put it in front of the blue pinstripe one. Then this would probably go good with, anyway, I'm not going to do every single one. You know what I mean, because I just showed you with the others. And here's a blue check. So I could probably put that with the blue pinstripe. In case I'm going to use them as a card. Now see, these will probably have the brown on the back. Brown stripe. If there is a brown stripe, I don't think there is. Maybe the blue. Because the papers will print out like this. So they'll be like writing lines. Okay? Alright, well that's it for that. I just wanted to show you that little thought process in case you were interested. Oh, I want to show you the ephemera. And then I'll go away and finish printing and stuff, and then come back and we will get started. With the ephemera, this page I'm not going to print on the back of, even though there's these tabs. I'll print the back of them, but I won't use the scan and cut to cut them out. I like to cut the words out as I use them. I don't like having a big jumbly pile that I can't really see what's what. These I'll just cut out by hand instead of using my scan and cut. I won't be happy about it, but I will do it. These right here, even though they have this cream color around them, a lot of times the scan and cut will not pick up all of the tan. So I'm going to have to outline all of these. So these two will go in a separate pile. Ones with envelopes, I want to print patterns on the inside. Like this one, I'll probably print the blue stripe on this one. So this is like a special case. So ones with envelopes and the little file folder ones on them, and a couple other ones, they're special, and so they get printed one at a time on the back. So I'll set this way aside. Now this one I'll have to cut out by hand because it's a library card and the line for the back is so thin, and I'm not sure why it's not printed on, because it just leaves a white backing behind the pocket. That's not correct. These are not correct. I'm not sure. Let's put this in the not sure pile. These, I will probably print the tan on the back for writing. They have images on the front. I can put ephemera on here or leave them as writing cards. This is what I was talking about. This is a specialty. Nice. 3 great big ones. So I'll print something special inside of these. This will probably do this check. I'll do this in the blue stripe. And I'll probably do this one with this on the inside or the wood. So I'll set these to the side with the envelope. And these are just going to go in with the tan. These are going to go in with the tan. They're probably meant to be glued on the page, but I like to use ones like this as cards. Sort of like these recipe cards. Now these I'll probably print the blue on the back. No, I won't, because it'll come out this way. And then it'll defeat the purpose of having writing lines. So I will print them with the tan. And let's see. I'd like to print this one with the red stripe. These don't need to be printed on the back of, but this one does. So, and the one thing I don't like about Victoria Designs is this writing here, because if I am going to use the scan and cut to cut it out, I have to cover that with black Sharpie or draw around it with black Sharpie so it doesn't try to cut it out word for word. Oh, here's another one with something that needs to be outlined. Several somethings that need to be outlined. So, where's our page of the ones that need to be out? Oh, right there. This one can be just printed with the tan. You know, I might as well just print these with the tan and get it over with. Okay, so that's how I do that. So let me get these sorted, and I will get it all figured out, and I will figure out why these library cards are so weird. Because if you put, let me show it to you close up. This is white, and this line comes off the top of here, and then this is the pot. There's no way to make that into a pocket the way it is. I have no idea. I have no idea how to do this. So I'll make that into a pocket. I'll make this into the back. No, I won't, because it's white. I'll make some of the tan or something. Maybe the blue stripe or the blue check. Or the red check, I mean. And then cut out squares the same size as these white ones. Slide this down and put it on there. Well, that won't even work either. Anyway, I'll figure something out. I may even just make these into pockets and put the recipe cards in, which these cards are too big for these pockets anyway. Totally senseless. I don't know what she was thinking when she or her team made that page. Anyway, okay, I'm going to let you go for this part of the video, and then when I come back, we'll get started. Okay? All right, I'll see you in a second. Well, we're back, and as you can see, I've been busy. I cut and edged all these papers, and there's more papers to the side. I've got all of my ephemera cut out. Some of it my scan and cut did, some of it I had to do. So I'm going to set this to the side. I've got the words. I don't cut out the words until I need them. That's why I can see them better. So that's that. Now, these are the pages. Let me set these to the side. On these pages here, I cut these in half, so we've got 48 of these pages. Well, a little bit less because I've already set some aside for special purposes. And these are our full page papers. I've only got 2 of them left. So if I decide to do a second signature, which I'm inclined to do, one big fat one, because we have a couple other things we're going to do in this tutorial that are going to take up time as well. So, so we've got these 2 full page. Then we've got our writing pages, and I included anything with a grid, anything with, well, there's another grid one with writing lines, but not ones like this. These will be decorated. And then some of these, there's a little bit more on the page, like this. Oh, that goes in the writing pages. Got a grid on it. Okay. But some of these have a little bit more on them. Some of them have a little bit less on them. And like this one has more. This one has more. Oh, and that's the macaron page. Oh, I love those things. Yeah. So these are our regular pages. Let's see. And this goes in with these. Okay. This is 3 artificial or fake manila folders, printed manila folders, whatever you want to call them. I've printed on this one, I printed the fleur-de-lis on the back just because I thought it matched this a little bit. You fold these in half and you get a manila folder. So there's 1, 2, this one I printed the blue stripe on the back, and 3, and this one I printed the red check on the back. So we're going to use these in this book, even though they're large. We're going to fold them in half, and then we're going to try to do a couple things with them. Not sure exactly what yet, but we're going to try to do that. So that's these. Then we have our backing papers. These are our full-sized backing papers. Now, I'm probably going to cut this one across here, then use this for something, or possibly parts of it for something, and then use this for something, because once we cut this down, it'll give us a shorter page. The same with this one. We can cut this strip out, and then we will have these images that we could make into cards or whatever. And then we've got this image over here that we could actually cut in half. Okay? So that's the way you want to look at some of these. You look at it and you go, what am I going to do with that? I can't do anything with that. But a lot of them you can. Now, if this had been one big image like this, all the way down, that would have been, you know, more difficult to look at. We might have had to have printed it on a smaller scale, like a 5x7, along with another one, say like this, if it had been printed. No, not that one. That's not a good example. But anyway, 2 like this that had been printed all the way down. Then we've just got our patterned backing sheets. And then we have our color, our page, our solid page. We'll call them solid page backing sheets. Then onto what we're going to be looking at. Oh no, actually. Then we have our little book that we're going to make, which is exactly the same as the big book, only we're going to be making them differently. So they won't look the same, but we've got this printed on both sides in miniature. And I think instead of recipe journal, I think I'm going to call this baking journal, because it has a lot more to do with baking than it does recipes. There's like 2 recipe cards is all. Okay, so that's that. Let me set this up here. These go under here until I decide to use them. And these go over here. I have to keep them in certain spots or I'm not happy. So now let's look at this. This is going to be the front cover of the book. And this one is going to be the back cover of the book. So I set them aside. I picked them out ahead of time before I used all the pages that I wanted to use. Then this is going to be our signature. And we'll talk about that in a second. And then this is going to turn into 2 signature pages, like I said, cut in half. Okay. And then this is going to be one of the signatures, or the signature front picture. This is going to be the signature back image. And so we're going to put that with this and with this. Our signature is going to be 3 65-pound cardstock pages in cream, 2 ink dyed papers, regular 20-pound or 21-pound typing paper. Everything has been inked with Distress Oxide, and the color is Stormy Sky. I love this color. It's one of my favorite colors. And on the cream color, it almost came out like a dark cornflower. So that turned out well, and it looks good on these. I've already inked the front cover and the back cover, and I think I inked. Oh, these are the SIG covers, so I know I did, and then the front cover and the back cover. So we'll put those over there. Okay, so now we're going to look at this, and we're going to put one of these, then one of these, then one of these, then one of these, and then one of these. Okay, so that's going to be our basic signature that we've got so far, and that's going to give us 5. That's going to give us 20 pages. Then we're going to take this and we're going to cut it. My hands are so cold. We're going to cut it right across where these stitches are, and that's going to give us 2 other additional items to put in our signature. These are on 65-pound cardstock paper. Oz just scared the heck out of me. He came bebopping in the room. Okay, so this is going to give us 2 more page elements. I like the oxides. At first I didn't, but now I do. They are water reactive like the inks are. They're a little more opaque, which means you can see through them less easily. And it does take a second for them to dry. That's why you end up with them all over your hands. But they come right off with water. It's not like the black that seems to not want to come off in the ink. And it's not even archival black. I have an archival black and I have an archival saddle brown. That might not have been bad to use, actually. But I'm committed to this and I like it. Oh shoot, we're going to have to do both sides of these. Could have done the outside edges. I apologize. Then we'll have to decide where we're going to put these. Excuse my voice this morning. Very crackly. If I'm not sniffling, my voice is cracking. Thank you for putting up with me. I know that wasn't one of my bad jokes. That was a sincere thank you. Okay, so now we've got these, and let's take a look. I think in between the coffee dye of course, you got to ink both sides of this, even though it makes it a little bit darker. When you open it out flat, remember you're not going to see it together. They're going to be separate pages. So you're going to have to ink them, that center, separately. So each one has to look like a page. It's upside down. Okay, and then right here, we will do this one. And yes, I know they're different sizes, which is kind of cool, actually. Okay. I'm going to put that in there. That'll be cute. That folded in a good spot. Okay. So that's going to be our signature so far. Then for the signature front cover, decided to put this on. So let me think about this. It would be kind of cool if we had two signatures if each one tied. I've never seen anybody do that. Definitely does not mean it hasn't been done. I'm sure it has. Then if we just do this as the book, then we already have a tie in here. We don't have to put a tie on the cover of the book. You know what? I'm going to wait and I'll tell you why. I don't have my cream colored ribbon out. I have the white. I don't know why I got the white out. So let's do this. So we'll do the front one and the back one. And then we'll have that done. Before they get too fat and rounded. Okay. I like that. But that's why I'm going to do baking. This all looks like baking. None of the pages really look like just recipes. So but yeah, I just, in order to cut these pages in half, I folded them in half after I trimmed them. Just like this, I folded them in half. Then I made a mark where the fold was because for me, I find it difficult to see that little peak, you know, where you're going to cut it in half. Once I flattened it back out again and it's on the paper trimmer. So I just put a little pencil line on there, a very light one, so that I can see it. Yeah, see, it's already a little rounded just because of the volume of papers we have in here. And that doesn't have anything to do yet with the number of, you know, ephemera and pockets and that kind of stuff on there. Or in there. So we'll put that on there. Maybe I'll print this again and do the front and the back and make it look like the full page. Okay. Do I want to do any of these pages? Why not? This one's easy. Well, they're both really easy. I made the envelope and I inked all around it. And I'll probably put a word on there, but I haven't decided yet. Because I've got some smaller ones, but they spell out like made with love. And I don't know. I may put dinner on there. I think dinner would fit. Anyway. So we're going to take 2 acetate dots. We're going to attach it to the page. That's all. And that's all. Then you can take the envelope off. Look at the little card inside. Take the envelope off and leave it off. Or take the envelope off and and leave it off and do something else with the page, whatever it is you choose to do. Okay, put our dots away. And that way we've still got all of this. And then when we take this off, we've got a writing spot. I've already inked the paper. Boy, you guys got off easy. Inked the paper ahead of time, made the envelope ahead of time. Kind of went off into my own world thinking there for a second. Yes, we could have made a hidden pocket here. And we still can. Make it across here somewhere a little more difficult to find. Could also put an acetate pocket there. The thing is when you put a card or something on, it can only go up to here because otherwise you're going to block your stickies. Oh, we may get both of these done. I wonder, we'll do something on the other side. Okay, so I've inked this paper. All we have to do is cut this paper so that it fits. Now you could also use a belly band for that envelope, and you could take some of this red plaid paper and used it as your belly band, and that would have been cute. A little matchy-matchy set of pages. Okay, we're going to put this on here. I think I'm going to round the outside corners on this side. And I'm thinking no, I think it'll be all right as a pocket. I think it's big enough. Wanted to do something with spring, kind of spring theme. And I think baking, something you might start doing in the spring. Maybe not. Maybe your baking is the last of the winter things you're doing before you get your kitchen all warm when it's warm out. That's a better plan. Put them all in your freezer. So we'll put that right there. I think we have a piece of ephemera that would fit on here. Almost. I was trying to figure out where would I use these aprons. I think I can put this on here. Okay, so I'll do that off camera. And then that will be it for this video, and I will see you in the next video, and that will be just a second for you and a day for me. Okay? Alrighty. Bye-bye.